Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland.
With more of the world migrating daily to the digital space, it is necessary to keep your knowledge level updated, so the world won't leave you behind. While many people have heard about cryptocurrency, not so many know how the system works, and may get frustrated when things seem to go off. Let Crypto Zukulee prepare you for the finance of the future. Our crypto trading and investment training programs are...
Danny!
Salut Daniel!
Hey, Martine, comment tu vas? Cadio!
Oui.
Wow! Ça va?
Oui, ça va toi?
Bah oui, là, je sais même pas ce qui se passait. On a eu rendez-vous ou pas?
Oui, on a échangé plusieurs fois les messages là, mais je n'ai pas eu de suite. Mais actuellement, ça va.
Ça va, hein? Oh, c'est bon,
Gabi,
ça, c'est une bonne nouvelle, là.
Ouais. Gabi m'a vraiment aidé, là. Donc, ça fait à peu près 2 à 3 jours que ça a commencé à miner, là.
Ah bon, ok, là, je suis content. Ça, c'est très bon. Ça, c'est une
coup, il est content.
Martine, comment tu vas?
Ah,
ça se passe, je sais que je devais te revenir là. Ouais.
Je suis fatiguée.
Tellement les choses, hein?
On court dans tous les sens. Mais attendez, le million là va venir quand on est fatigué. Hein? On court trop là.
Ouais, mais il faut qu'on s'apprête. Dès que ça vient, ça ne te surprend pas.
C'est beaucoup trop de boulot comme ça. On court dans tous les sens. Anyway, quand on est la fille du grand coach Richard Angolo, on travaille seulement en cours. Telle pète fille.
Eh oui.
Papa, bonsoir papa.
The father, the daughter. Hey, c'est grave. Bonsoir, Big Daniel. Bonsoir, coach.
Oh, Irene. Comment tu vas? How are you?
Fine.
Excellent questions, by the way, today at the Millionaire Club.
Thank you. I'm just following your path, guys.
No,
I said I'm not going to stay behind. I'm not going to stay behind no matter what.
You are, you're hitting the right stuff.
Thank you. Mathieu est là, son papa est là, Daniel, tout le monde. Il dit que no. There's no way I'm going to stay behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's the spirit.
Thank you.
Okay, we're just going to give a couple of more minutes for some other people to join.
No. Okay. Coach, I miss you so much. You know it. Good.
He's right there, but you're still missing him, right?
I know, right? Thank you.
Ouais.
Vous n'avez même pas remarqué que mon père est très chaud, vesté.
Extrêmement frais, Martine. Je dis extrêmement frais.
Mon père.
Tu as pris les mots de ma bouche. Tu as pris les mots de ma bouche, Martine.
Avec un verre qui donne
sérieusement.
You see what you... Yeah, you see what you're doing. The moment you get into the room, they forget about everybody else. So right now, I'm really jealous.
Tu ne vois pas les vidéos sur YouTube, Martine. Le gars est fait comme un petit poisson.
C'est ça.
C'est mon père.
N'est-ce pas?
Non, mais parce que comme tu dis, c'est pas forcément. Non, je comprends plus rien.
Yeah, so yeah, yes, that's true. Let me just handle that.
Are guaranteed to provide you with a better understanding of the cryptocurrency industry and trading activities, and also equip you to efficiently manage and protect your investments. Regardless of what level you are on the crypto ladder, we have just the right program to help you reach your knowledge goals in 6 weeks, while committing 2 hours per week to learn. The beginner level program will teach you how to create and secure your crypto wallet, buy and save in your wallet, understand crypto exchanges or trading platforms, create your account with such platforms, understand the various cryptocurrencies and their peculiarities, place your first order, recover your profit, reduce your risk, and secure your crypto assets. You will also learn the psychology of the market and define what type of investor you want to become. The intermediate level program will teach you how to understand trading methodologies, understand technical analysis, use technical analysis tools, learn to take advantage of staking opportunities, understand decentralized finance and practice yield farming, and deeply understand the blockchain technology. Master the use of indicators, stop limits, and OCOs, understanding stop losses and take profits. Understand decentralized exchange platforms. Learn to configure a physical or hardware wallet, and learn how to protect your assets from hackers. The advanced level program will teach you how to understand fundamental and sentimental analysis, learn how to search for upcoming crypto projects, find and take advantage of high potential and low cost projects, build and optimize your investment portfolio, and carry out technical analysis with a focus on support and resistance. You will get an introduction to scalping and in-depth study of candles. The beginner, intermediate, and advanced level programs all deliver a live trading session, so you get to see how the system works on a practical level. That's not all. There is a 5 to 15% discount for early birds, so don't sleep on this offer. You can decide to receive the training in either English or French. Payment methods. We accept payments in limo, fiat such as USD, CAD, Euro, and CFA, crypto such as USDT and SimSwap, cash, Interac, PayPal. Why register with Zukulee? We have a small number of students per class and provide one-on-one support for assignments and homework assistance. We also provide individual support and have a Telegram forum for each class allowing after-hours assistance. Our price is the most affordable on the market. We are a community project and believe no family should be left behind. Your dream will only come true if you take action, and the first step is to register for our cryptocurrency trading training now. At Zukulee, we will teach you how to create generational wealth in the cryptocurrency market, or how to finance your retirement and other projects. To take advantage of this golden opportunity in the cryptocurrency industry, reach us at phone +1 647 870 4700. Email contact@zukulee.com. Website www.zukulee.com. Telegram t.me/Crypto Zukulee Trading. All you need is a laptop, basic computer knowledge, $100 to start training and trading. Your dreams will only come true only when you have the desire to pursue them.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it right now. I think I found the single biggest productivity hack of 2021. It's this Google Chrome extension called Speechify, and it literally does my
The changing world order.
Vous désirez aussi investir dans le monde de la crypto et vous ne savez pas par où commencer. Zukulee est là pour vous tenir par la main et vous montrer étape par étape comment entrer dans le monde de la crypto avec sécurité et sérénité. Zukulee est un établissement de formation de qualité avec plus de 500 étudiants en formation. Nous avons 15 instructeurs dont l'objectif principal est de vous accompagner pour vous offrir la meilleure expérience de formation possible. Nos classes sont petites et nous proposons des sessions individuelles personnalisées pour nos étudiants avec des expériences de trading crypto en direct. Nos étudiants apprennent directement d'experts, ce qui leur permet de retenir plus facilement la matière que nous enseignons en classe. 50% de nos cours sont consacrés à des séances pratiques uniquement parce que nous comprenons à quel point il est crucial pour nos étudiants d'apprendre en faisant. Avec Zukulee, au bout de 4 semaines, vous êtes capable de placer votre premier ordre de training. Pour plus d'informations, visitez notre site internet www.zukulee.com ou contactez-nous par WhatsApp au +1 647 870 47 00.
Welcome to
Yes.
Zukulee Crypto
Yes.
Academy. Zukulee Crypto Academy
Right,
is
I
a
think
platform where you learn the most
I'm ready to
efficient
kick off.
strategies on how to make money and
Welcome,
maximize
welcome,
your profits
everybody.
as a skilled crypto trader and investor.
It's really a pleasure, and we know, right? We know that you know, to be able to give time for these meetings is becoming something to it's a given, actually. It's becoming a given. So we thank you so much, you know, for making some time to spend with us today, right? So today we are going to have, this is the first of its kind, Zukulee conference. And the idea of this conference, which will be elaborated by Richard, it's to talk more about what is happening in the world today and crypto, right? Because in Zukulee, we want to make sure that we are keeping at the forefront of what is all about in the crypto world, right? So we have to have arenas whereby we keep the conversation going even after our classes, right? So today, to have this conversation, I will be with Mr. Richard Ngulu, himself the CEO and the founder of Zukulee Academy. Also, Trudy will be joining us soon in this conversation, and it's just going to be a talk around cryptocurrency and whatever is happening in the world today, right? So the conversation, we're just waiting for Trudy to join. Just give us a moment here. So as I said, the conversation is going to be around crypto, around the war in Ukraine, and you know the impact on the crypto. You know, as the attitude that cryptoparians as us should adopt towards this war, and how does that affect, you know, Africa as well at the same time, right? So I'm still looking to make sure that Trudy is in the house. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that Trudy is in the house. So okay. So I'm here today with the CEO and the founder of Zukulee Academy, as well as one of our finest and senior instructor, Trudy. And together we will be having these conversations. So before I move forward, right, I will just let Richard to just say a word to our audience, and then we will move forward.
Yes.
5 on 5.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Okay. Yes, please. Yes, yes. So, yes. So, Trudy, before we kick in, just say a word or two to our audience.
Yeah, thanks everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule. I hope everybody can hear me. Taking time out of your busy schedule to come attend this conference. We thought it was going to be it's a very good idea to talk, to talk about the relationship between the cryptocurrency, what's happening in the world right now, what are we doing, all that, all that information. We're going to talk more and elaborate more on it as the minutes and time goes by. So thank you all, and just stay put. Hopefully you will learn one or two things by the end of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trudy. Thank you very much. So, before we dive in, right, I think it's going to be a good thing for us to first of all give a choke of what Zukulee is all about. So, what is Zukulee? Zukulee Academy. I mean, Zukulee is, I can call it, it's a project because it's still a project because it's still a work in progress, right? There are still a lot of things that we are doing and that we are trying we are getting students in. The first thing is that it's an academy that helps, the community and helps gather people around cryptocurrency. Teaches, but it goes far beyond that because it's not only about technical analysis. It helps to create some kind of culture, make sure that it takes the students by the hand every step of the way till the highest level, which is the advanced level, and even go beyond the sophisticated level, and then keeps them within that arena of cryptocurrency. So that's what Zukulee is all about. That's the forefront. That's the forefront, like a chalk. But then there is more that as we continue with our conversations, you will get to understand more what Zukulee is all about. So, but why are we holding this conference? That should be the question that is hovering in our minds. And today, the Richard is going to give us the idea or the reason behind the Zukulee conference. As again, this is the first of its kind, and the intention is that we hold many more moving forward. So, Richard, what is the idea behind this conference? Why did you think about it, this conference? Yes, yes, and thank you so much for precising those points, because today, I mean, people look at a crypto and they don't understand. Most people get into crypto with emotions, a lot of emotions, and what we do in Zukulee, or what we explain to our students, is that as you get into trading, you have to be very emotionless, right? You have to look at what is real in the crypto world, which is, paying attention to the news, what is going out there today. And that's one of the reasons why we thought a way for us to stay at the forefront, right, is to have this conference where we get to talk about the news and crypto exactly. So moving forward, Trudy, I mean, what do you see happening today in the world? The crypto, Ukraine war, we hear people, most people right now, those who are holding positions, are really, really very worried and laying back. Do they really have to be worried?
Okay, so in reference to the war, I mean, this period actually is very interesting. And when I say interesting, not from a political standpoint, I'm actually going to talk as someone who invests in crypto, as an instructor also with Zukulee. Many investors, many traders, yes, like you rightly said, are very emotional at this time. Why? Because they see the market all red, right? Or majority, it's all red, and they don't know exactly what to do. They don't know how long, and it's obvious that it's because of the war in Ukraine. And then we're hearing all the sanctions that the West is putting on Russia, okay, and it's affecting, not only our lives being lost in both countries, okay, but it's affecting, excuse me, it's affecting our pockets. And then, we have the determinants in the market of demand and supply, right? So we see the markets being red because the supply of cryptocurrency is more than the demand for it. Excuse me, investors are not investing in it as much as they should. But if you're a sophisticated investor, if you're a knowledgeable investor, there is something you can actually do now, right? What kind of investing can you really do now, all right, at this time period? Something that we need to actually discuss. Yeah, so that's my take with the war. Because of the sanctions that are being placed on these countries, and it's broadcasted all over, most investors tend to fear. There's always that fear factor. So we're also here to talk about that, and also to talk about how this affects us as investors, and even investors back in Africa. We're going to also touch on that. So yeah, I'll give the floor back to
Thank you, Trudy. Thank you, Trudy. I just wanted to piggyback on that and ask Richard, the actual impact of the war in Ukraine. Is it one of the reasons why we see that the market is bearish? And we hear, all of these restrictions that are going on, the American posing sanctions, the EU and the European Union, they are posing sanctions. Do we think that, are we in the right position to think that it's because of all of these restrictions that we have the bearish situation of the crypto market right now, Richard? Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, when I sit back and I think about it, sometimes I feel a little guilt because uh, it's just as though it's because of a situation like this that crypto is coming at the forefront. Is it that because of an unfortunate circumstance that now we have the spotlight on cryptocurrency. So sometimes it gets me thinking, but then when you look at the good side of it, right, you see that actually crypto is there to solve pertinent problems, you know, pertinent problem. You see the donations that they are giving now to Ukraine. For example, I came across an article where somebody pledged 5 million Polkadot. So they are not even just taking, Ethereum and ETH as they publish on their Twitter page. They are actually taking many other cryptocurrencies now. So and it also gets me thinking, like, these donations that are going to Ukraine, for example, if they were going towards Africa, could that be the same issue? But before we go down that road, right, yes, as you said, what are the other side of the impact that you wanted to mention about the cryptocurrency at the war in Ukraine? Mm. Yes, 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 that's the disclaimer. That's a powerful disclaimer. Yes. The Swift, right? Right. Just to interrupt you, Richard, it seems they cannot hear you properly, but I can hear you. Trudy, can you hear Richard, right?
I'm hearing him. I can hear him.
Yes, I can hear you 5 on
I can
5.
hear
It
him,
seems there are some people. Is there anybody in the audience who cannot hear Richard properly?
Yeah.
I can hear him.
You can
Yeah.
hear him, right? Yeah, so I seen some people, I don't know, maybe it's on YouTube that they cannot hear him properly, but the sound is perfect here.
Me too, I can hear him. I can hear you.
Just to interrupt you, Richard, it seems they can properly, but I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, right? No. So no, it's good. It's good. So okay, so why do you think, I mean, in your own terms, right? Why do you think that crypto traders or people interested in holding crypto, for example, should pay attention to the war itself? What I mean, those are governments, and because I read an article where they are saying that even forget about the government in Russia, think about the population itself. Some of them are certainly into crypto as well, right? They are trading, they are sending money. And this, when they talk about restriction, in the good sense of it, the restriction is not really onto the government, because the government, they can find ways to survive. But the first people that they want to impact when they're inflicting restrictions to a nation, it's the population of that nation, because they know that once they start hitting those people, once they start feeling the heat and the pain, then they start revolting against the government. And we know that those people are the ones who elect the government to where they are, and they can take the government down, right? So, but somebody said, when you look at the population of Russia, only a handful are involved in crypto. And even those who are holding cryptos, you just have small amounts. So they are really thinking that, how can they even use the crypto, right? Since they are getting the restrictions, to circumvent those restrictions, so it gets us thinking that, and I mean, for us, crypto traders and people interested in holding, we're not really trading, we're just holding. Why should we be paying attention to the war in Ukraine? Okay. Yeah. Yes, Trudy. What do you think? I mean, like, generally, why should we, those who are holding the coins, be listening and paying attention to what is happening in Ukraine? We are holding the coins for the next 2 years, 3 years. Why should we, be worried? Should we be in the first place?
Yes and no. Okay, I'll say no to those who, know more about investing, that there's so many ways of investing. Yes, for that trader that really doesn't know much about investing. Now, to the previous point, I just wanted to highlight, because you quickly gave the floor to Richard, but that the fact that because of this war, we're going to learn a lot of things. It's an eye opener to so many of us when it comes to crypto. Also, that I heard you talk about what are the various ways that investors will look into. The problem here is, and in reference to the last question before I answer this one, is that we are too dependent on the fiat currency system. So if they can generate ways where we can exchange cryptocurrency for cryptocurrency, for example, or a cryptocurrency is used as a means of payment that we don't have to go through the fiat currency system. For example, if you can do payments in Bitcoin, or if we can do payments in Polkadot, knowing that, or in Ethereum, knowing that Ethereum is universal. The value of Ethereum in Africa is the same value in US, is the same value in Europe, right? You can still do those transactions. So I think they will find a way. Like I said, it's an eye opener. They will find a way so that investors don't go through the fiat currency system or using the US dollar as a standard currency, but boycott that so that they can do their transactions together. Now, in reference to the question on board, may you ask it again, please?
No, I was just saying that, you know, you have crypto traders who are really holding cryptos, you know, maybe for the next few months or few years. Do you think that they have to be worried about the war in Ukraine?
Okay, so right now we're facing a downward trend in the markets, right? It's generally a bearish market. For any investor that chooses to hodl, it's not a bad idea. If that's going to be depending on their horizon, it wouldn't be a bad idea based on the principle that whatever goes down will eventually go up, right? It will go up, right? So meaning the cryptocurrencies that go down and downward trend will one day face the upward trend, creating those market fluctuations so that, you know, you can make some money. You can make some money out of these cryptocurrencies or whatever you've invested in. So at this moment, there will be fluctuations in the market, maybe not as much as shooting up so high, but we're all still watching the news, right? Positive news will always make the crypto to go up, and maybe negative may make it go down. Does it mean it's a bad thing? For an emotional trader, they may feel it's not a good time to trade. But for a sophisticated trader will know that this is a better way of trading, probably will be to hodl their cryptos. So this is my answer.
So meaning that, I mean, traders, investors, it's very, very relevant. They should, you know, pay attention to it. And you feel like the best way moving forward, you know, for those who are trading is to hodl. Hodling can permit them to navigate the market. Yeah, thank you very much. Sis, there is some noise at the background there. Okay, so Richard, do you think that we should feel guilty that cryptocurrency is soaring because of the unfortunate situation? I mean, like, yeah, I know, right? I know. I mean, I feel a little bad about it, right? But that we are coming to the forefront. It's true that they have been talking, our governments have been talking about crypto, you know, about regulating it, but now we just hit the spotlight. You know, should we feel guilty about that, or it's Yes, yes. Can you share the link also? I think some people don't have the link. Just share it. Mhm. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, sorry. Mhm. In the Zoom. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Okay. And you know, this gets me thinking. It's true that it's very the situation of the market now and the situation in Ukraine is making it favorable for those who are hodling, you know, for the long run. But the intention of, you know, these donations that they are doing for in favor of Ukraine, I mean, is to solve problems at the point, right? And so now when they receive, I mean, from the practical standpoint, when they receive these cryptos, how do they, you know, quickly use this money or this crypto to be able to engage in activities that will help them at the point? So it gets me thinking, okay, the government receives the crypto in their wallet. Can they engage with the bank directly and then say, okay, we are going to convert the crypto to fiat, and then from there we'll move it and start engaging in activities that will help the population? Or so I'm trying to round my head around that. I don't really get it. What do you think? Can you throw some light on that? I mean, the practical standpoint of it itself. Ukraine, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Correct. Yeah. Right. Mm. Mm. Okay. That's really true, Richard. I didn't look at it from that point of view, and yeah, it's really a possibility that way. And now I'm thinking, okay, would this not have been a way, you know, to also donate and help those poor nations in Africa? Could this be possible, or do we see those limitations in Africa as a stopper, for this kind of donations to go through? Trudy, do you have any thoughts about this? Can these donations that Ukraine is getting today, let's say they forwarded it to Africa, do you think Africa would make use of it the way Richard explained it? Like, use it, send it to tell the central banks that we have this money, can you give us cash? We'll use it to do our funding, and then we can now send you the cryptos. Do you see this kind of scenario happening for African nations? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Like I said earlier, and I think Richard emphasized on the point, this war in Ukraine is going to open, our eyes to a lot of things. Okay, so although we may say the war is bad, yes, it's not good. War is never a good thing, but eventually we're going to learn a lot from this war, right? So if we talk about African nations, in order to develop Africa, this can be actually another way, of course. So we're going to learn a lot from what Ukraine is doing, how to convert the cryptocurrency into fiat currency, what Russia is also doing, how to dodge, because remember, the West and the US have placed sanctions, right, on Russia. Okay, so how is Russia trying to dodge those sanctions, to go around those sanctions? I know in the past, China, they've always been having sanctions. In fact, they've been having sanctions, and for some reason, they go around it when it comes to the cryptocurrency. Russia can adopt some of those methods and implement them. And so, like, I heard once they had some sanctions on Zimbabwe, for example, okay, although not through cryptocurrency, but let's say in the future we have something like that in Africa, okay. From this war, there will be so many things that as Africans we're going to learn, how to not have finding out ways to just deal with the cryptocurrency, not having the US dollar as standard
Correct.
currency, okay? How to go about that, or have any like the euro or whatever it is, the French franc, to go around that and be able to handle business by ourselves, for ourselves, So we are watching what's happening in Ukraine, in Russia. It's teaching us a lot. And I believe more, yes, for Ukraine, but also for Russia, because the sanctions is against them, right? So they're trying to find ways to go around the fiat currency. And like I said earlier, if they could just be able to do exchanges or transactions, cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency, it will be better for them. And if they can find a way about that, that is an eye-opener for the whole world as well. So I'll leave that, yeah.
That's true. An eye-opener in the sense that particularly now as they are, restricting Russia, even with the SWIFT, they are taking them out of the SWIFT.
Right.
Forcefully, other countries are going to start thinking that, hey, what if we are in the same situation?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Could crypto be a way for us to resolve this problem? So yes, of course, it's putting crypto in the landslide. And making it, bringing it more at the top. But what can we say about investors who are investing in crypto right now? What is it that they can do? Because there's some kind of risks, right? We can't just say that this situation is going for the good. Regulations are coming. We heard about, the United States president signing, a decree about regulating the cryptocurrency. We don't know yet where it's going to hit, how it's going to be like. So how can you foresee, or what could you preemptively, Richard, tell crypto investors right now to reduce their risks? Yeah, like predictively. Yeah, in Africa. Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Right.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. It like I'm also, looking at now that we are with all of these and cryptocurrencies coming to the spotlight, now government are thinking of regulating it. Countries are sending donations and other countries are accepting it. It's becoming more and more spoken of and universal than before. Uh, what do you think? I mean, what could you tell those who are still reluctant to get into crypto at this point? What could you like round it up in such a way and package it in such a way that it will be easy for them to comprehend and maybe want to make a move towards crypto? What could you tell them? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much, Daniel. I'm just going to piggyback a little bit on the point that we talked previously before this one. Investors I find this also as a very huge advantage if you're investing in cryptocurrency, that the value of cryptocurrency or a particular cryptocurrency is universal. It's the same. It cuts across. For example, the value of the Bitcoin is the same in the US as is in Egypt, as is in Israel, as it's in Canada, in Cameroon, in Nigeria, right? So that's the beauty of also investing in cryptocurrency, okay? You don't carry cryptocurrency around. It's actually visual cash. That's the layman talk, that these are various advantages that play towards. Unlike, with fiat currency, the standard currency is what? Is the US dollar. Okay, so the US dollar against the French franc, or the US dollar against the Nigerian naira, or it's a US dollar against the Ghanaian cedi, right? It fluctuates. It's different. Okay, so as you go from country to country, it's different from one nation to the other. But when it comes to the Bitcoin, with the cryptocurrency, it's basically the same, but for the fluctuations in the market. And then coming to the question, why should someone or that potential investor, because I always like, that potential
perspective, yeah.
Right, okay, perspective, thanks for the correction. That investor that is still sitting on the fence and wondering, should I not? Especially with the war today, the person may say, okay, when I open business news, the whole screen is red. It's bearish. It's been bearish for weeks. Why should I invest? Should I even invest? Listen to the other side of the news, okay? Here, we're not talking about politics, but what are we doing? We're trying to keep our ears to the ground to hear exactly how does the decisions that the big players are making in the US or in the European Union, how does these decisions affect us? Now we're hearing about them signing. They're actually signing. It was last Friday that Biden signed. What was it?
Executive order.
The executive order, so that they can actually look into cryptocurrency. Why? Probably because they're seeing what Russia is doing with cryptocurrency, right? So, they're actually trying to be 2 steps ahead of the game. We don't know who is ahead of whether Russia is ahead. But at the same time, we are also learning from that if US can actually, executive order, it's like they've bypassed a lot of steps, right? And Biden is signing it. That means it's so important to him. So if he's doing that, it's something that we have to take very important. It's something that we don't have to joke with. When anybody that is on the fence should start considering learning more about cryptocurrency. To such a person, I'm going to advise that learn about it. Something that someone always tells, a saying, it's always good to be penny wise than pound foolish. right?
Yes.
So, yeah, always good to be penny wise than pound foolish. Try to learn. Don't just go in there and throw your money and lose it. Learn about cryptocurrency. Learn about the blockchain technology. And something also to add is that the cryptocurrency blockchain technology is evolving, is growing. Okay, where we were 3 years ago, where we were 10 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 months ago. We're not there. We're moving up. We're moving ahead. Okay. So you don't want to be left behind. Let it not overwhelm you, but embrace it. Embrace it. Take it one step at a time. And just to also quickly add that Zukulee is here to help you. Okay. Don't be overwhelmed. Why? Why shouldn't you be overwhelmed? Because, for lack of a better word, it will only get worse. Okay, it will only grow. Remember internet years ago, how it was, but we have it all over the place. So the same thing now with cryptocurrency. It's here to stay. All right, it's here to stay. So we're keeping our ears to the ground. For myself, I'm looking at more as to what a country like Russia is going to do with the roadblocks that is set before it. Okay, I want to see what Russia is going to do, because based on what they will do, so many nations going to learn from that. In the future, if the West is saying, come on, everybody go West, if a nation wants to say, no, I'm going right, they will do it in their own way and not going through fiat currency or the financial system. They can boycott all those steps and go through going through cryptocurrency. So I will leave it at that. And yeah.
Thank you, Trudy. I mean, if somebody decides to sell their assets right now, because yeah, I mean, Biden is signing an executive order. We all don't know what is going to be those restrictions or whatever it's in that order. Somebody decides to go ahead and sell the crypto. I mean, crypto is there. If the order is good, it means that they can still go into the market and buy. Richard, do you think that would be a mistake? And just to add to that, what do you think are the common mistakes that crypto investors should avoid at this time? Ango. Right. Thank you so much, Richard. I mean, it's very, very insightful, everything that you're telling us today, as well as from Trudy. So we are going to take a short spot just to, catch our breath. And then after we come back, we'll start getting some questions from the audience. And so you guys can prepare your question. Richard, you can share your screen and then say short.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
With more of the world migrating daily to the digital space, it is necessary to keep your knowledge level updated, so the world won't leave you behind. While many people have heard about cryptocurrency, not so many know how the system works, and may get frustrated when things seem to go off. Let Crypto Zukulee prepare you for the finance of the future. Our crypto trading and investment training programs are guaranteed to provide you with a better understanding of the cryptocurrency industry and trading activities, and also equip you to efficiently manage and protect your investments. Regardless of what level you are on the crypto ladder, we have just the right program to help you reach your knowledge goals in 6 weeks, while committing 2 hours per week to learn. The beginner level program will teach you how to create and secure your crypto wallet, buy and save in your wallet, understand crypto exchanges or trading platforms, create your account with such platforms, understand the various cryptocurrencies and their peculiarities, place your first order, recover your profit, reduce your risk, and secure your crypto assets. You will also learn the psychology of the market and define what type of investor you want to become. The intermediate level program will teach you how to understand trading methodologies, understand technical analysis, use technical analysis tools, learn to take advantage of staking opportunities, understand decentralized finance and practice yield farming, and deeply understand the blockchain technology. Master the use of indicators, stop limits, and OCOs, understanding stop losses and take profits. Understand decentralized exchange platforms. Learn to configure a physical or hardware wallet, and learn how to protect your assets from hackers. The advanced level program will teach you how to understand fundamental and sentimental analysis, learn how to search for upcoming crypto projects, find and take advantage of high potential and low cost projects, build and optimize your investment portfolio, and carry out technical analysis with a focus on support and resistance. You will get an introduction to scalping and in-depth study of candles. The beginner, intermediate, and advanced level programs all deliver a live trading session, so you get to see how the system works on a practical level. That's not all. There is a 5 to 15% discount for early birds, so don't sleep on this offer. You can decide to receive the training in either English or French. Payment methods. We accept payments in limo, fiat such as USD, CAD, Euro, and CFA, crypto such as USDT and SimSwap, cash, Interac, PayPal. Why register with Zukulee? We have a small number of students per class and provide one-on-one support for assignments and homework assistance. We also provide individual support and have a Telegram forum for each class allowing after-hours assistance. Our price is the most affordable on the market. We are a community project and believe no family should be left behind. Your dream will only come true if you take action. And the first step is to register for our cryptocurrency trading training now. At Zukulee, we will teach you how to create generational wealth in the cryptocurrency market, or how to finance your retirement and other projects. To take advantage of this golden opportunity in the cryptocurrency industry, reach us at phone +1 647 870 4700. Email contact@zukulee.com. Website www.zukulee.com. Telegram t.me/Crypto Zukulee Trading. All you need is a laptop, basic computer knowledge, $100 to start training and trading. Your dreams will only come true only when you have the desire to pursue them.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Richard, for the spot. So we are going to continue with questioning. Before we leave the audience to ask their questions, I'm trying to think. Do we think that after the war in Ukraine, everything is just going to go back as before? Cryptocurrency at the spotlight is going to have the light switch off somehow, and then people start having the same feeling that they had about cryptocurrency before the war? Or do you see some kind of upward trend moving forward even after the war in Ukraine? You can Trudy or Richard, whatever, you can share your views.
Well, there's some games when you're playing a game, right? And you present you present your joker. You present a joker and you get more points. It kind of fast tracks you, puts you, above your other players. Like when you're playing cards, maybe go to the bank or whatever. It's a game that you play with cards. I think this war, like I said, it's not a good thing. It's not a moment to be smiling. But when it comes to the world of cryptocurrency, it's easily placed before us a joker, because it's going to push the cryptocurrency way in there, right in front of the limelight. And for those potential investors who were not thinking or postponing the idea of investing, it will be right there in their faces. Because, it will be everywhere. People will be talking about it, right? So it's like a joker that has been placed it's like a joker that has been placed before us. And after the war, I'm going to believe that certain things, may be obsolete, and other things would take, will be more enhanced because of what we've learned from this war. So that's what I understand,
Do you think methods, they will start adopting methods where people can easily use cryptocurrency? Maybe other investors are going to start accepting it. Could there be more payment methods, like you just go in somewhere? And because right now we do see those payment methods. So we have like crypto.com card and Binance card that is out there, and they're using it in shops, but it's not so rampant. Do you think we could be having such more of them in future?
Yeah, a lot more. There will be more. And as we go on, we start correcting our mistakes, right? So we'll make mistakes here and there. A lot will be corrected. There will be a lot of inventions, various methods to cash out. And I strongly believe that the method of changing from one cryptocurrency, transactions between one cryptocurrency to another, will also be enhanced. I believe. And the flow of cryptocurrency from one region to the other will also, so if US is imposing sanctions, like I mentioned, China has been a country that has always had sanctions from the US, right? But for some reason, they kind of dodge it or they work around it. This time, they will be able to walk around the sanctions. Russia will be able to walk around the sanctions that are placed on them. So the world is also watching, because if they're able to do that, it's a huge lesson learned. Right? And how are they going to do transactions from Russia? Is Russia looking to countries like Arab nations? Are they looking to China? Okay, they're going to boycott the Western nations, but these are the other countries that they are going to look at in order to thrive, because they have to thrive somehow, right? So we're going to look at how they are doing it. We're looking at it not from the political standpoint, mind you. We're looking at it to see what they're going to do and learn something from there. Why are we learning? Because you see, a continent like Africa is still also growing. So something that they can apply, actually. Let Russia lead the way somehow with how they're going to dodge this, and then Africans will also learn from that.
Okay. Richard, do you want to throw some light onto that before we move? Correct. So yeah, now the floor is open for the audience, those who may have questions to ask. Also be reminded that you can post your questions on the chat, and we will be reading them. But before we continue, right, I should have reminded you before, there is a form that we want you to fill up. Richard, you're going to share the form. We want you to fill up so that we can reach out to you after the conference, and have a chat and try to get your own opinion about certain things. So we'll send out the form in the chat. So while waiting for we have a hand up. So Vivian. Vivian, if you have questions, you have the floor.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much again for this really, really interesting and insightful conversation. My question is actually not directly related to the war in Ukraine, but it's generally about the conception of the crypto, mostly for those investors, guru investors in the traditional market system or traditional financial system. A week ago or so, I heard about, I was watching actually a video about Warren Buffett, who we all know, who we all know is one of the the best investor in this planet. He's completely opposite and against the crypto market, crypto industry. He's really skeptical about it. He was actually talking about it as a big speculation, and he strongly believes that you cannot have or create wealth out of thin air. And for him, crypto is just wind, or it's just like some air. It's just something that that's something that doesn't exist, and someone buys something that doesn't exist, and it fluctuates. The value grows. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And he strongly believes that all of a sudden, one day, the bubble is going to burst, and we are all going to cry. Everything's going to crash. So I would like to have your standpoint, Coach Richard, or CEO. What do you think about it? The question I'm insisting on the fact on this is because in many of your conferences, in many of your courses, when you are still an instructor, you was actually referring to Warren Buffett as to be, and he is actually one of the best investors of the planet, and you actually took that example to saying that he's one of our model in terms of investment. So now that such a reference person, well known in the world, is standing clearly against crypto. But on the contrary, we see how crypto is going up. Many people are more and more attracted. In institutions, people are more and more attracted. We see the use case where crypto is actually utilized as a means. But tell me, can you please shed some light in our minds regarding these controversial points of view? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Yeah, it's true, right? I think I've watched that conversation too about Warren Buffett. And if before I let Richard, if you don't mind, Vivian, just to say a word or two on to that, is that one thing that we have to understand is that this trading and everything are basically optics. That speculations. You speculate because you could still prepare or produce a good or product and people don't go or don't buy it. It doesn't work out, right? And the fiat, for example, it's why is it powerful? It's true that it's backed by a government, but at the end of the day, it's people, right? People are accepting it, people are adopting it. So the fact that there is a community behind cryptocurrency has something. It must mean something. It's not just nothing. Even if we say we can't define exactly how it is today, but it's not nothing, right? We have to consider that. So yeah, it's true. Warren Buffett is it's the guy behind investing, but he could be just plainly wrong as well, right? Because today we are seeing that many people are still getting into it, and it's moving forward. So that's my take. I watched that, and yeah, I stood back and I said, well, it could be wrong. It just flat and simple. So yeah, Richard, please go ahead. Yeah.
Mhm.
correct? That's true. That's very true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, people are, it's not surprising, right? People are resistant to what they don't understand, just like people are resistant to change. So, yeah, it doesn't mean that because you don't understand it, it doesn't have some value or it cannot take precedence. That's what we have to put in mind. We don't downplay the fact that he's one of the most successful investors, right? But we also have to think that there are certain things that he can, he could just hit at the corner, just like the misses that he did for Google and the other things that he just missed it, right? So I have a question here in the chat from Annie. I'm going to ask that question. So it goes as, can Zukulee have a live roundtable where they invite other non-Zukuleans, for example, people who can talk about geopolitics, global finance, stuff like that? Can they have somebody that they can invite, that's going to now, or how can talk about how Africa can benefit from the positioning themselves in the cryptocurrency? Can we, like Richard, in the seat of the CEO, of course, do you think of, that we can go down that road in the near future? Okay. Thank you so much. So if there are any other questions, we are open for questions from the audience while we wait for the audience. I was thinking, Richard, do you think there are uh, consulting firms that can actually help African nations, I mean, to get into crypto? Say a nation, for example, Cameroon, they want to get into crypto and they want to uh, tokenize or move, say, 2 billion of their capital into cryptocurrency. Do you think they can easily be advised? How would be the pattern, that you foresee that they can follow? They can just take everything and buy Bitcoin, or are there some steps that they have to follow in order to do that? I mean, what are your views? Zukulee, right? Yeah. Yeah, Rich, Vivian, you have your hand up. Is it the old or a new one?
No, it's a new hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still not related directly to the war in Ukraine, but more so about us and Africans, specifically talking about Nigeria. We all know that Nigeria is one of the biggest country in the world, if not the biggest country in the world where crypto is actually the mostly used. So the question is, according to you, you might or you might not know, but just asking, according to you, why do you think Nigeria is not standing out officially, taking the leadership of the cryptocurrency industry, at least in Africa, if not in the world? So why do you think they are still a little bit shy, if I may say so, when it comes to going out there and showing up what they can do? Is it a matter of structure, organization? So do you have any idea? Thank you.
Yes, Richard, that's an excellent question. What are your views? Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Trudy, just a quick question. How you are one of the the finest and senior instructor in Zukulee. How do you think Zukulee is preparing students, to survive, the states of the market, especially the bearish market right now, with whatever is going on in Ukraine? Probably they have thoughts. It's true that we are teaching them, right? But everybody is their own person and they have their own, way of thinking. So, do you think Zukulee has a way to prepare students? What do they tell them, about the current situation? Yeah, that was for Trudy, and then you can piggyback into it.
Zukulee does not only teach the students. So we are talking in reference to the students in-house, right? Not to the...
Correct.
Okay. So from what I know from experience as a student in the past and now an instructor, Zukulee does not only teach students about cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency itself. It touches on everything as much as possible. So what Zukulee does is right off the bat, when you enter, it's like they give you an empty toolbox and they give you the various tools, right, You fill up the box so that by the time you've graduated, you're actually as good as the instructor that taught you. You're like a sophisticated investor. But one thing that I would like to point out is Zukulee teaches the student how to read the markets. Okay, so a typical market, crypto market, as we see now, is being the determinants of the market is demand and supply, right? Very important. Zukulee teaches you how to read the market, understand the market when there's a downward trend, understand the market when it's an upward trend. And what I always say, very important, you can't really do so well if you don't have it in your mind, if you don't understand it, okay? If you don't understand what trading, what investing is all about, that is paramount for Zukulee. Like this is something that we teach our students right in the fundamental level. On one of the modules, we teach the students something called a topic called the psychology of a trader. We find it is very, very important that the student understands the market. First, the student understands themselves as a trader, and then they have to understand the market so that at every market condition, the student is able to survive and even thrive. Okay, right now, a typical example right now, we're hearing about the war. Why is this so important? Right? It's because it's between two nations, two prominent nations, and we have countries in the West and we have US pinning their eyes and throwing sanctions, right? And it's now affecting the market for so long, for quite some time. The market has been bearish. It goes bullish a little bit, but it comes down bearish. Someone like myself, and I believe you, Daniel and CEO, you guys are not, your mind, our mind frames are different. I don't see how I'll have fear in me. I don't see how I'll be scared. Instead, I see what? Opportunity, right? That's what I see. And so that's what students in Zukulee will see as well. They see opportunity. The difference is that once you see, the good thing is that you see the opportunity. Now the next step is, are you going to grab it? So the ignorant investor out there doesn't see the opportunity in order to grab it. But the Zukulee students is taught to see opportunity. That is their choice now to grab the opportunity. Now it's their call, right? It's their individual call. But you're given the tools to see and utilize these opportunities.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I like that. I like that we give them the tools, yeah, and it takes away the fear, right? The fear, uncertainty, and the doubts that they have. Thank you very much.
If I may add a little bit, coming to
Yes.
this fear, almost every student has it when they come to the. It's just they're inquisitive. Someone who is very inquisitive, they want to know more, and they pay and then they come through. But gradually, what the instructors do, they replace that fear gradually with confidence. So that once you reach the advanced level, actually the confidence start building after fundamental level. After your fundamental level, confidence is taken away. Fear is vanishing and confidence is being introduced, right? And as you learn about crypto, about the market, about your tools, what the demand and supply does, about the trends, the market trends, everything intertwining together, you're learning more and more. By the time you're going out the door, it's not even fear, it's confidence. And another thing, we say money is scarce indeed, because at that point, you're looking for money to invest or to trade. That's where you'll be at. You're like, where is the money? Where can I get money to trade? There's no more fear anymore.
Exactly. Richard? Yeah. 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 Discipline, organization. Yeah. Those are the things that we know along teaching students, we try to, inculcate that into whatever we are teaching them. I have a question in the chat from Erica's iPhone, and it goes thus. Africa seems often behind when it comes to innovation or to embrace new technologies. Although you can find African experts in all kinds of educational channels or investment in the Western world, what's Zukulee doing or planning to do to attract more Africans to become leaders in the cryptocurrency world? Can Zukulee collaborate with some African organizations to facilitate the insertion of the cryptocurrency knowledge in the continent? What do you think? Do you see this kind of collaboration? I mean, it's true. We have top learners out there, scholars even, right? But for some reason, we are still many steps behind. We are always trying gapsting to catch up. Do you think that at this juncture and the heights that Zukulee is trying to get at, we can be thinking about attracting, collaborating, planning to work with others? Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. So with that, with no more questions from the audience, we are hitting the end of the our talk tonight. It's exactly almost 4 p.m. and that's the time that we have to wrap up. So I just want to take a moment to, thank everybody for being here today. I really, really thank this initiative, Richard. It's really a good one. Having these conversations, it's something that it's really important to keep people talking, make sure that those who are interested in the crypto, right, keep getting informed, have the zeal to go out there and search for themselves as well. So this is something that that is good for us to keep up with, and that I think moving this direction is going to be good for us all as a community, as well as for Zukulee. Yeah, if Trudy, you have a word or two before we close the discussion for today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Daniel. Once again, I want to thank CEO Richard for this great initiative, calling us together and discussing current events in relation to cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. I want to again, I don't have much to say. I'm pretty excited about what we've talked about here. I'm pretty excited about the future of Zukulee, the future of cryptocurrency. I believe it's bullish in nature, meaning that it will only get better. Yeah, there will be so many conferences like this in the future where we'll be handling different topics. So I'm going to encourage us all, interested, or if you are so happy and interested in what we've done today, next time, bring one person and add up so that, our numbers increase, so that, I believe that knowledge is power. Information is key, right? Once you know, you know. And once you know, you're able to make very good decisions for yourself and for generations to come. So right now we're hearing about the war. Up until now, some people just say, there's a war. There's a war. It's really bad. But I think based on what we've talked about right now, there is hope for those who want to invest in cryptocurrency. I urge us, those of us who haven't invested or still thinking about it, make that decision as soon as possible. Zukulee is always here. We're here to welcome you with open arms, and we'll take you through step by step. So once again, thank you so much. And you enjoy your weekend. Yes.
Yeah, so Richard, as you just round up, there is a question that you should add in your round of discussion. Annie wants to know whether Zukulee is intending to have their blockchain or open into blockchain topic anytime soon. So while you're rounding up, and also please, this is the first conference and it's in English. We are going to have another conference in French, and Richard will be telling us exactly when we'll have that. Yeah. Great. What do you want me to say, Richard? It's hard to say anything after you. Yes, but I need to really thank our audience today for coming out in their numbers. Thank you, Trudy. I mean, what Richard said is, I don't want you to stop talking. I mean, it's just like feeding me. It's like I just keep on want to, listen. Thank you, Richard. You're very eloquent. You were very explicit in your answering of the questions. I feel very full, and I hope the audience too. And any doubts that I had, and the mix-up in my mind is cleared out and outcasted fully. So I'm very satisfied of most of the answers that you gave. So I hope the audience too. And as Richard explained, Zukulee has a lot in the pipeline for you. The pockets are full, and they are working continuously, to make sure that the packages that we are preparing, right, it's going to be very, very enlightening for you. So thank you again for your time today, and we hope to see you in the next meeting or the next talk in French.
Thank you.
That, have a nice evening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.